K2TV, Wyoming's sports leader. Here's this week's high school football huddle.
Good evening, everyone. Along with my partner, Kiera Grogan, I'm Carmine Gemei, and this is the high school football huddle. Kiera, it's week 3 of high school football,
That's
and the
right.
4A teams are playing their 4th game of the season.
Yep. That's right, Carmine. We have a new number 1 and
Yep.
a new number 2 this week, and they played each other today.
Ooh.
But we'll make the viewers wait a minute to see
Kiera,
that score.
And that is a great tease. Hopefully we see a little kickback for everyone sticking around after you said that. But we start with our first Capital City clash of the season.
All right. That's right. Tonight, number 3, Cheyenne East played at Cheyenne South, and East won big, 55-7. Then we had our third Cheyenne team, Cheyenne Central, hosting Campbell County. And the Campbells are coming off their first win in their 3 years of existence last week after a 0-20
That was a big
start. Tonight, new number 5 Central won big. They were up 45-15 late in the 4th quarter.
That's right, and Cheyenne West and Cheyenne North, both bye weeks, so no confusion there.
Right.
And Kiera told you earlier we had a 1 versus 2 matchup for our game of the week. That's Thunder Basin hosting Sheridan. In a state championship rematch last week, former number 4 Sheridan clobbered former number 1 Natrona County by 24 points. Also last week, in a 2 versus 3 matchup, Thunder Basin barely won over Cheyenne East by 1 point. So this week, new number 1 Thunder Basin hosted new number 2 Sheridan. And guess what? They barely maintained that number 1 spot, winning 37-30.
Wow.
So great game up there in Gillette for our game of the week.
Yeah, great matchup there, Carmine.
Yeah.
And after losing to Sheridan last week, Natrona County dropped from number 1 in the state to number 4 in the state. But tonight they beat Laramie convincingly 44-13. The Mustangs haven't lost back-to-back games since the start of the 2016 season.
Wow.
And this makes 15 wins in a row for them against Laramie.
And thankfully they have their all-state running back back, healthy, Dante Wallace, a.k.a. Dante's Inferno. And their crosstown rival, Kiera, Kelly Walsh, hosted Rock Springs tonight. The Trojans coming off their first win last week at South under new head coach Aaron McKelkey. And he spoke about Rock Springs' new head coach Mark Leonard right before kickoff.
He puts a lot of pressure on you, a lot of different personnel groups and formations. He's one of the best play callers in Wyoming, I think, and he'll find some matchups, so our guys got to align correctly. And they're huge, they're physical. I mean, their freshmen are bigger than our senior dudes, but our guys are fast, so it'll be kind of a mismatch physically, but maybe one we can come out on the right side of.
Coach McKelkey has a nice firm grip. His players interlocked firmly as well. Rock Springs on the other side, hyped up for this one. Both teams fighting for a 1 and 2 spot. They're looking to advance to the playoffs. And early on, that pass is picked off by the basketball state champ, Michael Bradley. Then the Rock Springs Tigers punched it in. It was actually a pass interference, so Rock Springs maintained the ball. And then Kelly Walsh trying to punt it. It's blocked. Rock Springs recovers, and they get great field position. A few plays later, they hand it to Colin Madsen, and he punches it in for the Tigers' second score. Rock Springs goes up 14-0 just before the half. They go on to win 22-3 and improve to 2-2. The Tigers make the long trip worth it for their feline family. So, Rock Springs with a good win there, Kiera, over Kelly Walsh.
Yeah. Now let's look over to 2A. Well, we'll start off strong with the defending state champs and number 1 Buffalo at Burns. But tonight they got burned 41-0. And in a Christmas color matchup, Pinedale beat Kemmer tonight 32-14.
And Kiera, I'm feeling very jealous tonight because you got to go to Glen Rock for Glen Rock against Wheatland, my favorite high school football atmosphere. So what was it like out there?
Oh, it was awesome. It was great. It was a really close game. You missed a great game, so let's check it out. I'll recap it for you. Down to the wire at Glen Rock, homecoming tonight as they were hosting Wheatland Bulldogs. They brought out all of the seniors and people who were crowned, but the Herders took a slim lead going into halftime 20-19, picking up in the 4th. Bulldogs go up here 35-28 with 7:30 left. The Herders respond. Aiden Orozco up and over to step it in, put the Herders behind by just 1 point in the final minutes. So the Herders go for 2 here, but didn't get it done. Wheatland takes home the W from Glen Rock. And here's that sophomore quarterback, Cade Brewitt. Here's what he had to say about it.
It felt great. Like, I had trust in my guys right at the end. In that 2-point conversion, I knew we'd get the stop there. So it's always awesome to come play varsity football with my friends and everyone, and my brother. It's fun to throw to him.
Oh, great game there, Kiera.
So close.
And then in a ranked matchup, we had the team that's eliminated Glen Rock in the state semifinals and the state championship the past 2 seasons.
That's right.
Number 2 Mountain View hosting number 3 Lovell, and the state runner-ups win big, 47-0. Then we had an unranked matchup. Big Piney beat Grable 27-14.
And in our final 2A game of the night, Thermopolis won huge over Moorcroft 68-0. And then, Carmine, we had 2 interclass matchups, starting with a ranked one.
Okay, let's check it out. 2A number 4 Lyman at 1A number 3 Cokeville, and the winningest coach in Wyoming history, Todd Dayton, adds to his 300-plus win total tonight. His Cokeville Panthers win 28-12.
Big there. Then 1A number 5 Rocky Mountain visited the 2A Newcastle Dogies and won 29-13.
And Kiera, in addition to all that, we have 3A results and 1A 11-man, 1A 6-man highlights and scores. That and more next on the High School Football Huddle.